I know some people that have gone through this process of transitioning into multifamily syndication from that space that you were in. And typically the communication is, hey, this is what I can make on this flip. And then 4 months later, or in your case, 3 months later, or whatever it was, you just return their capital. There's not a lot of communication. But as you move into syndication and raising capital from limited partners, there's a great detail of communication that has to be implemented. What was that like for you, starting to become very effective at communicating with your investors and keeping them up to date on your longer term projects?
Dramatic shift. Absolutely right. I mean, for the people I borrowed money for in single family houses, it was, hey, thanks for the loot. That's cool. We go do the project. And then I'd say, oh, by the way, we're closing next week, and they get a check. And that was the end. And everybody was happy with it. There was no expectation of like, hey, so tell me how your project's going. I'm just checking in. It's like nobody cared. They knew what we were doing because it was a single project, right? You're absolutely spot on in that the communication styles have just shifted. I mean, a weekly newsletter now. Every Friday, at midday on Friday, a newsletter goes out that tells investors what this week, what we're looking at, what the opportunities are, what problems we're running into, just kind of something keeping them abreast of what it is I'm thinking and seeing. And then also, of course, sending out a monthly update of all the properties that we're involved in, all the projects we're in. So all of the investors get updated. And I used to do individual property updates for each individual investor group. So let's say you invested in this apartment complex, you get your own individual communication. Just last month, I made the strategic shift of putting one email out with all of the property updates in all at once. People can just kind of scroll through and see, oh, okay, yeah, I'm involved. I mean, they know what projects they're involved in. So it has changed. It's changed quite a bit. And your limited partners, yeah, they want to know what's going on. They want to hear from you a lot. So, I don't think you can. Maybe you can over communicate, but I don't think for most of us that's a problem. It's the under communication that's the problem typically.